What if I told you that astrology can tell you what's going on with climate change? That the reason for the seasons, our days going shorter and longer, can be predicted by looking at astrology. And that's exactly what happened to me. When I discovered Western astrology, I was 21. When I discovered sidereal astrology, which looks like the word sidereal astrology, it was only about a year ago. What this shows us is that the constellations in the sky, the sun sign, which is what everybody seems to focus on because it's the easiest one to do, is associated with its a bit going through the constellation. Tropical has to do with the equinox. Tropical is Western astrology. Hang in there with me because this is going to blow you away. So tropical is when the sun crosses a celestial equator. Okay, so that determines when we are going to have our change of seasons. In this year, it was late at night, September 22nd. Some people think it's something that happens all day, but it doesn't. And we always tend to think it's the 21st, but it's not. In fact, next year, it's going to be September 23rd. This all has to do with the calendars, too. So sidereal is the time that it takes for the sun to come back to its original position. And that marks 1 year by the sun sign. And that's not always the same every year. Our day is how long it takes for the Earth to rotate around its axis from one point to another. Now, sidereal is off 20 minutes from tropical. And tropical is where most of you get your Western sun signs from. And also your seasons, where you think your seasons begin. Just to give you an idea, sidereal with astrology is also very close. It's pretty much the same, or very close to Vedic astrology. They use the same astronomical calculations. No, I said it right. Astronomy, not astrology, calculations. So the stars are not in the same position every year, but it's a very slight change. It takes about 73 years to shift 1 degree, but the human race has gone through many 73 years. So right now, when you look at sidereal, or you look at NASA, take a look at stellarium.org, I believe it is, and it is the actual NASA map of where the constellations are and where the signs are. And you will see right now that the sun is in Virgo, and I'm talking September 20th, so everybody thinks that it should be in Libra, but it's actually in the constellation, leaving the constellation of Virgo right now. Now, this is an app called Stellarium, okay? Stellium. I'll put it in the comments. You can also find the web version. And this is a constellation of Virgo. This is what NASA uses, this is astronomers, not astrologers. So the sun sign, you can see there's a tail here. So this is the whole constellation of Virgo. The sun is in Virgo and Mercury is in Virgo. So technically, now, I'm not a climate what do you call it? Meteorologist. But that would mean we're still in Virgo, which means we're still in summer, right? Now, I'll show you what astrology says that the sun signs are. So you can see astrology says that the sun is in Libra and Mercury is still in Virgo, but it's a lot earlier degree in that. So if you're someone who says, I don't feel like my sun sign, you're probably not. If you are born where your sun sign has changed, for instance, I was a Virgo, now I've got a lot of Leo in my chart, but I still have Virgo in my chart. My Mars is still in Virgo, so I'm still going to feel that Virgo energy. And I have 2 major planets in the 6th house of Virgo. So I'm still going to have those concerns around diet, nutrition, and health, and everything else. It's, well, lots of fun. So astrologers should actually be more like astronomers. They should be taking a look at the movement of the constellations and the suns and the stars, because they're constantly shifting. And they shift differently. Like, every day is not exactly 24 hours. Now, Vedic and sidereal astrology, it takes that into consideration because we are using the other format. And the predictions are eerily accurate. What's most important is know thyself. What you need to learn in this lifetime is to know who you are. And when you astrologically get a good astrologer to take a look at your soul's chart, your map, when you were born, and all of the freaking over 3,000 combinations. It's uncanny. It's like somebody has peeked into your soul and knows you more than you know yourself. Askhollyhall.com is where you can get a reading by me.